All right, let's go into the episode. Hey, welcome back to episode 2 of Malgam. Glad you made it this far. So, first thing I want to start off, I'm hosting this episode. Max is co-hosting, so I planned it this time, since Max planned it last time. So, there's a lot of things I want to address from last episode that were not... Some things were good. I was really proud that we actually held the conversation as far and long as we did, which was really cool. And that was like a thing we should continue to do. However, there were some mistakes that you guys were delightful enough to point out to us, such as my misuse of the word Gentiles pronounced as genitals, which was brought to light multiple times. So, thank you for that. That was an accident, not intended. I thought that it got a lot of feedback. It got a lot more publicity than I thought it was going to get, and it actually got a lot more views than I thought it was going to get.
How many views did it get?
Like 120. I think a little less than that. I don't know. It probably went up by the time this is out. It's currently, I should have started off like this. It's Sunday, October 24th at 7:22. So we're 3 days away from the deadline. And I've been crunching the past little while, so I'm hopefully gonna get it out by Wednesday. Oh, also, you already know this, but we pushed back the time that we're posting this. It's not gonna be posted on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock anymore. It's not gonna be posted later in the evening at a time that we decided. But because we just figured that viewers are going to be able to watch it after school and in the evening a lot more, especially with the premiere, than early in the morning during school, right after first period. So, what did you think about first episode?
The ending wasn't supposed to be the ending.
Oh, yeah. You should talk about that.
So, whenever I was editing it, it was fine. And then whenever I exported it from Premiere to put it in YouTube, it was like something about the codex file was messed up. And I was like, I don't know what that means. So we're going to see what happens. So I exported it to YouTube. I uploaded it. It took like an hour, a long time. And then I scanned through, and I was like, it looks normal. And then I put it on YouTube.
But it was not normal.
Yeah. The ending was supposed to be more than that.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go further in the video. There was more footage, and then there was ending cards.
And credits, which you'll see for this episode, hopefully.
Yeah, but it didn't work. So.
It also took, 2 tries to upload it.
Yeah, it took a while.
And how long did it take to upload each time?
An hour? Or an hour and 30 minutes.
So it took a long time.
Yeah. I'm also kind of sick.
Yeah, so am I. So if you hear us being congested or sound less than energized, that is why.
My bad.
We've also been hanging out for the past, 4 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Socially drained.
Battery is low.
Not just us.
It was the other.
It was us and
there was a ton of other cool kids
friends.
we were hanging out with. Popular people
that you know.
We were doing intellectual things.
Yeah. We found out the ending digits of pi.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And we're not going to tell you.
Yeah, that's all we did.
We can't tell you. We've sworn to secrecy. Anyway, so around the time this is coming out, it is the end of October, which means that Halloween is going to be in about 3 or 4 days, I think. My math might be wrong. From the time this video is out, on Wednesday. Because Halloween's on Sunday, so it'd be 4 or 5 days. Right? Today's the 24th.
4 days.
I don't know when Halloween is.
Sunday.
What date?
Huh?
What date is that?
It's always the 31st.
Really?
It's the last day of October.
Do you know the history of Halloween?
Satanists.
No. So actually, I did some digging.
Haven't you seen Halloween Town?
No?
Neither have I.
Okay. So Halloween is originated as a pagan holiday, right? So people used to so here's the thing. Societies way back in the day, talking like caveman times and a little bit after that, right when people started settling down in society, and
Whoa.
what?
Two very different things.
Okay, I'm being very general here.
Caveman times.
A long time ago,
Okay.
back when societies were just forming, and we just started basing things of agriculture, we used the moon to tell us when to like harvest, when to sow the crops, when to and such and so on and so forth. So the moon this time of year was deemed the spookiest because back in this time, people believed in pagan gods, right? Because Christianity was just moving in from the from England, and there were people settling. Even no. Sorry, this is before all of that. This is before modern society. So we had. No, this is not before modern society. I don't know exactly when this is. So here's an awesome thing I should brief with. I try to do we try to both give you educated things when it comes to stuff, but however, we are not intellectuals, or at least we're not educators. So you should take everything we say with a grain of salt because we're not experts on a lot of things. However, we'll give you our hot takes. But when it comes to Halloween, it originated as a pagan holiday, because in basically all agricultural societies, people believed that there was a day when the spirit world and the mortal world combined.
Yeah.
And across cultures, which is fascinating to me, it happens around the same time. It happens around this time of year, a day to commemorate the dead, or a day when the dead and mortals are both recognized together, is around this time of year. Why is that?
The moon.
Seasons. Around this time is when everything starts to die. And that's why...
Well, across the world, people have opposite seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So why would it be the same time of year?
Is October now the same as October in England? Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But
Yes.
It doesn't have it has different seasons.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So why would it line
It's
up?
interesting because like in elementary school, I was like growing up like October's fall, and there were like leaves and everything around the word October. But like if you think about like England or somewhere else in the world where there's
Russia.
yeah, it might be completely different.
Russia's cold all the time.
Sure,
Just kidding.
that's not true. I
What?
mean that is true. Russia is cold relatively.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway,
Depends where you are.
that's true.
Japan. They have opposite seasons of us.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because
outside
they're
the
across the world. Yeah.
Okay. Why does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Just because you're on the opposite side of the world, why would you have opposite seasons? Your days would be opposite, but why does that mean that your entire... Is it because of the tilt of the
Are
Earth?
you...
I'm being dead serious.
Okay, so the Earth goes around the sun
Mm-hmm.
every 356 days, 65 days. A sun spins
Mm-hmm.
every 24 hours.
Okay.
It's tilted so that there's either a North Pole, and it's like a degree, so it's not up and down. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
and then the North and the South. So it can be like this, and the sun's over here, or it can be like this, and the sun's over here.
So it's the tilt.
Mm-hmm.
I said it was the tilt.
Right, but think about this. If this is where America is, right here,
Mm-hmm.
you see that? That means that we're closer to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we have summer. Over here, Mr. Pan, they're really far away from the sun, so they have winter. Around here, they're close to the sun.
Oh, shoot.
I feel like our education system has failed you if you don't know how seasons work.
I don't. I was like, when were you taught this?
Like every grade.
Okay. Anyway, maybe it has failed me. Back to Halloween. So, do you know what religion's responsible for Halloween?
Paganism.
No.
You just said it was.
Yeah, it's actually Christianity.
Okay.
Okay? So, like I said, most cultures had this idea of around this time of year, or around when, like, trees and stuff start dying, they commemorate the dead. And they would do things where they would send out cakes and milk over their, like, cemeteries to, like, appease these spirits. And it was actually Christians moving in that, like,
What about
normalized it, kind of.
What about Dia de los Muertos?
Yeah.
Is that
What about
Christian?
Hmm?
Is that a Christian thing?
I don't know. I don't know specific to culture. I was watching a documentary on it earlier. And they're talking about how Christianity is one of the leading things that kind of took it away from paganism, kind of embraced it as Old Saints' Day. And they said, this is the day that we commemorate old saints that have passed and died and have been...
So why are there so many Christians that are like, we don't support this day of Satan?
Because it originated as a pagan holiday.
But you just said it originated as a Christian holiday.
Yeah.
So
I don't understand either. Because the thing is, the way that we have Halloween now, with trick-or-treating, with dressing them in costumes, is an idea that Christians originated. Like, they brought that to light. But the deeper past of it being...
It's like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween. Where does that come from?
Oh, I didn't know this one point.
What did you say?
I didn't know why it's called Halloween. There's a very specific reason. So right, it was originally Celtic, right, and it goes back to the Celts who lived 2,000 years ago, in Ireland, United Kingdom, France-ish area, and they celebrated their New Year on November 1st, and they commemorated the death of everything and all that jaunt. When it comes to Old Saints' Day. Old Saints. I'm doing this because I know people are going to fact check me because I've been babbling. The first evidence of the November 1st date of celebration of the broadening of the festival to include All Saints' Day as well as martyrs martyrs, meaning saints who died for whatever, originated during the reign of Pope Gregory III, who depicted a chapel in St. Peter's, Rome on November 1st in honor of All Saints. So All Saints is something that was celebrated as like the new thing. So there was Halloween, or it wasn't really officially Halloween yet. It was kind of just this day where we commemorated the dead and where we thought the spirits and humans' worlds were combined, like freaking Coco or something.
Right.
And then that transitioned under the Pope Gregory III's rule into this day where we commemorated the saints and the people, like, in a more memorial rather than a literal, like, the spirits are crossing, to a more, like, memorial, like, this is where we remember these people, rather than actually... And also, they talked about, in the documentary, they talked about purgatory. Because, like, we talked about this a bit last week. With purgatory, it was a space that's believed... I don't believe in purgatory. But it's a space that's believed to be a void between heaven and hell. Not the void, but, like, a space in between there where souls go to chill in the time being. However, it's not a fun place. It's not just boring. It's depicted to be a place that's not a fun place to be. And there's nothing you can really do while in purgatory.
Right.
However, as mortals, you can pray for those souls in purgatory, loved ones you know, saints, which is the origin of this holiday. Praying for those in purgatory. The saints. Other people.
Okay. Why
So
were saints in purgatory?
everyone goes to purgatory.
Oh.
That's the whole idea.
Well, how long does it take?
I don't know. How long does purgatory last?
Is it different for everyone? It's like a trial?
No. It should be the same for everyone. I looked up purging instead of purgatory, which is like an acne thing.
The purge is now commencing. That'd be crazy.
What? So purgatory purifies the soul before the soul's grand entrance into heaven. Purgatory is often misunderstood Catholic doctrine. It isn't considered a spiritual jail or hell with parole. People who live an exceptionally good and holy life bypass purgatory, make a beeline for heaven. So, I guess it's kind of like a compensator.
So it does take different times.
It does take different times. I thought it'd be like, this is a place where you go until Jesus comes back. But it's more like...
Come back from where?
When he, like, returns. That's, like, the whole idea of Christianity.
What?
Is he's going to come back.
No, he's in heaven right now.
I know, but, like, he's going to come back eventually. That's, like, the whole idea.
Sure.
Anyway. The idea is that, I think it's... the way I'm interpreting it, fact check me if you will, is that you go to purgatory and you atone for the sins you've committed. So if you're really good, you have less sins to attend to, so you go to heaven. Or if you're, like, average, then you have to, like, attend for those sins and suffer for a bit, and then you can go to heaven. It's a purification period before you go to heaven.
I thought purgatory was, like, you wait there before you get judged.
Yeah.
So why do you have to atone for sins then?
I don't know.
If you go to heaven, you have no sin. Because you're forgiven.
Oh, this one's cool.
Why do you have to ask for forgiveness? Just give it to me.
I looked up, can souls in purgatory see us? It says purgatory does not exist, so no. Souls cannot see from there. But the spirit realm is full of souls who can look and see you if they wish. Anyway.
Spirit realm.
So Halloween evolved from that point into a point. Oh.
Halloween is my second favorite
holiday?
Day. No, holiday.
Why?
Because I think dressing up is pretty cool.
This is it. Halloween, or Halloween, also known as All Halloween, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Day. It's a bit of a stretch, but...
No, it's not.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. So it all comes from All Saints Day. Anyway, or All Saints Eve, because it's November 1st. Here's the thing, though. Halloween kind of turned into a time where teenagers would create mischief because they look back to this, like, time period of, like, paganism and celebrating gods and worshiping all that, like, weird stuff, which gets darker and darker the deeper you dig. And they would, like, create mischief and they'd vandalize. This is an actual thing. They vandalize.
Toilet paper.
What? Yeah, they'd
toilet papering houses.
Yeah, they do like really mischievous stuff on that night, because it was believed that spirits would do mischievous stuff to us on that night. So they would kind of like imitate that by actually doing it. And this one lady, I don't know her name, I don't know where she lived, but she had this great idea. She's gonna throw like a party on Halloween because she got upset that her tulips were getting trampled every night. Because I don't know. This is an actual story. This is not just made up or speculation. But this lady got upset, threw like a party at her house on Halloween, and her tulips gonna get trampled because she invited all the kids in the neighborhood.
Right. And
all the kids came to her house and they had like a party and they had like traditional like Halloweenish stuff, probably like less evolved than they are now, with like without like bobbing for apples and all that junk. And that evolved into like a nationwide holiday, or at least
but like, even whenever Halloween was a thing, kids were still TPing houses and stuff.
Yeah, wait, before Halloween was a thing?
No, during.
Yeah, because some people like didn't subscribe to that, I guess. Didn't want the wholesome way. They wanted the original OG Halloween. The mischievous spirits.
Good fellow.
It's all speculation. On that note, though, in the spirit of Halloween, we have a special little edit for you. You gotta walk around.
We need good lighting.
Yeah, your chin is like visible.
What?
Your chin. I changed the setting or something and now it's like way better quality.
Oh, it's because you were zoomed in.
Yeah, it was. I was on 1.6 or something. Yeah, it was set to that, so it's not my fault.
At best, call it nothing. Maybe something,
Nah.
a little bit, maybe something. It's all about ascension.
No. You can see the light kind of reflect off your chin a bit. There we go.
How's it gonna stay up?
It's not.
Hand me your clothes.
Like what? Like my car?
Take a picture too. I can see you.
Is this someone else's yard?
Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend.
No, you can't see your face.
I hear your eyes and I see
taking
those
videos.
cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be
Okay.
the only
Now
one
what?
who hears you.
Why would you do that?
Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't
What time is
meant
it?
to bend. No, those aren't meant
There you go.
to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant
Does it hurt?
to bend. Tears falling down at the party.
Alright.
Saddest little baby in my eye.
That's fine.
Kill the
Fears,
pumpkins.
tell me fears, don't get me started. I might die.
That's enough of that.
That's enough of that.
Alright. A lot of people who come up to me and be like, is it not a podcast?
There's video. We can see you.
Yeah, a lot of podcasts have video. If you look at, like, I watch a ton of podcasts, and a lot of them have video elements on YouTube or on
The TMG podcast.
Curiosity or stuff like, what?
The TMG podcast.
What's that?
Tiny Meat Gang.
Okay, anyway. What do they do?
Them?
Yeah.
It's Cody, Co, and Noel something. They were like Viners.
Oh.
They're the ones that did the... Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway. Then they were like friends or something. Now they make YouTube videos. And they have the podcast, the Tiny Meat Gang podcast.
Almost like the theme.
And it's just a podcast. They talk about like stuff in the media, stuff that's happening to other
Like
YouTubers.
current events.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a video and they're like sitting next to each other.
Okay. See? There's a visual element to it. It's like a mixture between a YouTube channel and a podcast.
And then they have guests.
Yeah. We're going to have guests. Apply if you want to be a guest.
If you want to be a guest, subscribe, comment, download, like, click the notification, get the Instagram,
Pay us money.
give us money, donate.
Oh, here's the thing. I heard some people ask for Spotify because they want to see us on Spotify. That way you can not just have
Does
to
it
be
cost money? We don't know.
Yes, we do.
But we think it. No,
We
think
do.
It does.
We know. It costs money to put stuff on YouTube. I mean,
How much?
I don't know.
Well, how do you know it costs money?
Because I know things. How much money? I know it costs less to put more on. So if you put like a whole album on, it's less than you put an individual song on. How much
Song?
to put a podcast on Spotify?
It's free until you lose. 5
Podcast
cents?
creators initially had 3 monthly pricing options to choose from. So there's 20 different pricing options. I'm not going to go through each one. Bless you. No, thank you. It costs money. That's the thing. So, if you want to get half of the actual... Are you good? If you want to get half of the experience of Malgam... And I understand it, too, because some people just want to be able to, like, do homework and be able to do other stuff on their phone while listening to the podcast, or have it in their pocket, not that to have it out, or be able to download it, and that's, like, makes sense. But at the same time, there's a visual element to it, which is, like, well, you don't want to miss out on that. Which we're going to be capitalizing on more and more.
Do you want to hear me sick or see me and hear me sick?
See, if you were on if it was just like purely a podcast right now, you'd be so confused why Max sneezed. You'd be like, "What was that noise?"
No, you wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I said I was sick.
Oh, I'm sick too, and I didn't sneeze.
Because I'm sicker.
I was up until 12:30 last night after a marching band competition.
That's it.
How late were you up?
How old was I up?
How late were you up?
Later.
How late?
Like 1.
Okay. Did you wake up at 5:20?
Ah!
I woke up at 5:20 because I had to go to work, and it was not fun. I got about 3 hours and 55 minutes of sleep. So I'm running on that right now, and I am very low energy. I'm worried this is going to be a really low energy podcast, but
Podcast or episode?
episode.
I agree.
Yeah. Do not
I'm
hold this.
sick.
Do not hold this to a standard. This is very
Guys.
normal.
Guys,
Forgive us.
I'm sick. And we have no time.
Cut us some slack.
We had to record now. Unless we
There's no
record on
other
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And we have stuff to do.
Yeah.
And we want a day off.
Speaking of which, certain someone of certain relation to you specifically had that'd be funny. Had something they wanted to ask us and have us talk about on the podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My son.
Your son. So, we had someone slide up on our story.
We can say who it is.
You can?
Yeah.
All right. His name is Max. It's his brother, Xavier.
I have a brother named Xavier Manuel Luciano who lives...
All the cool kids call him Moose. And he has a question for us on Malgam, see what we think. Which is questionably a good idea to talk about right now because we're both half asleep. Philosophical question. He writes or texts. Trolley problem. If you were a
Trolley.
bystander, a train going towards 5 people on the track. Wait, hold on. If you were a bystander to a train going towards 5 people on a track, would you pull a switch? Would you pull a switch to save the 5, but then kill 1 on the other turn? You worded that really weird. I'm sorry. Xavier.
Or...
Now, okay, we'll get to this first. So, the trolley problem is a
What? You keep saying it like Charlie problem.
trolley.
Trolley problem.
I also stuttered a lot on the last podcast.
Here. It's trolley problem. Everyone knows what it is.
That's not true.
So there's 2 railways. One has 5 people on it. One has 1 person on it, but the 1 person has a lot of relation to you. Like your brother
that is
or
not
sister.
it. That is not it. That is not it. Let me explain it better than him.
That is true.
There's a trolley on a track. If it stays on its natural course, it'll hit 5 people who are unsuspecting, and they're not like it's gonna hit 5 people if natural courses just happen. Okay, you have the opportunity to pull a switch to change the track to another track that'll kill only 1 person. Now here's the conundrum. The idea is, would you rather it naturally hit 5 people, and you know that here's the catch. If it does that, you had no responsibility. You did absolutely nothing, and it was just the natural course of events. Call it karma.
But you had the ability.
But you had the ability too, so that could haunt you. However, if you switch it to the 1 track, then it would kill that 1 person, and it would be entirely on you. You saved 5 people at the cost of 1, and that'll haunt your conscience because you killed someone. That's the concept. And most of you are probably heard about this before. Vsauce didn't. No, it wasn't Vsauce. Vsauce did that?
What?
They reenacted the actual thing.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Minefield. They had.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Well, it was Vsauce.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description. But what they did was they took live people and they had them come in for like a volunteer psychological study or just a tour or something.
No. There was a person, and there was random people outside. They were at like some train place.
Oh, it was for a car. It was car testing.
I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway,
here's what happened. There was an actor. He was inside, and he was looking at all the screens. The door was open. He comes out, and they planned it so
screens
that...
of what?
Of, like, trains or something. He comes out, and he realizes, like, he's like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. But they planned it so that it was happening when a stranger was coming by. So he comes out and goes, hey, can you just watch this for a second? I have to go to the bathroom. And then he, like, runs away quickly, so they have to say yes. So they go inside, and they're like, all right, I'm just going to watch. Then they put in more actors of, like, pre-recorded screens where it's like, if you press the button...
So there's a random bystander in the shed. And the shed has a control panel for the train tracks. And there's a screen on one side that has, like, it's all pre-recorded, it's all fake, of a train that's kind of, like, looming towards 5 people. And so this random bystander thinks this is actual live footage. And they're taught by the conductor, the person who left the room to go to the bathroom, that if they pull the switch, it's going to change the track. And he's like, this is how you change the track.
Yeah.
So they're taught that initially before he goes to the bathroom. So they know how to do it. And they see the train going towards those people. And they're like, oh, shoot. And now it's all pre-recorded. There's no one actually in danger. But so they see the train coming towards these people. But they also see on the other side the different track that it's also going to go onto where there's one person. And so they're actually put in a situation where it's the actual trolley problem. And some people actually switch the track. Some people don't. Some people, like, freeze up, and they're like, we have no idea what to do. And the one person actually had to get, like, therapy after they took it. Because they were, like, they started crying as soon as Vsauce came back in. Or Michael came back in. And he was like, it's all, like, they assured them after, like, the choice was done. Before the train hit the people on the screen, it, like, blacked out and said, this is all a test. Calm down. You're okay. This is, like, just a simulation.
Stanford prison experiment. You know about that?
I don't.
So the reason I bring that up is because you were saying, like, they needed therapy.
Mm-hmm.
The Stanford prison experiment was, like, one of the first experiments...
I do know this.
...where they were like, all right, we got to stop doing this stuff with humans because, like, the behavioral test, because it really messes people up. Because what they did was they took, like, maybe 20 or, like, 16 teenagers, and what happened was half of them were prisoners and half of them were guards in, like, a fake prison that looked and was made to be a real prison. So basically, they had to do certain things every day. The guards would tell them what to do. The prisoners just did stuff and, like, acted like prisoners. Mm-hmm. And they were told to, like, punish the prisoners when they did certain things and not punish them when they weren't supposed to. And so basically, what happened was the very first group who was prisoners, like, they were just regular prisoners, and the people, like, punished them when they were supposed to. But then, when it switched over, they actually switched. So the prisoners were now guards, and the guards were now prisoners, and they were, like, really mean to them and stuff, and they would, like, actually hit them and stuff.
And none of them actually did anything.
Right.
They were all randomly put in random positions.
And they got a bunch of, like, therapy for it, and it messed up their brain. Because they were just teenagers.
Yeah.
There's also that other one where they give this person, like, a voltage thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the test you have to do. Just do this test, say these words, and then turn it up. And so basically, they have, like, earbuds in. And they're like, they have a mic, and they're like, all right, we are going to do 10 volts. And he goes to 10. And then he hears, like, a person on the other side goes, like, ow, that hurts. And then he's like, all right.
So hold on. There's a wall here. On one side is a random, like, person off the street who is taking part in this experiment, who knows that they're part of an experiment. They sit in a desk with a dial. The dial has random numbers. They don't know what it does, and they're told very little. Then there's a doctor that comes in, and the doctor says, you're going to help conduct this interview. And then they ask a bunch of questions. The whole idea of this experiment was to see how susceptible you are to following directions and follow orders when it goes against what you think is morally correct. And so there's a wall here, and like Mike said, the random person, we'll call the subject, puts on a headset, and they have a dial, and the doctor tells them to read off questions and encourages them throughout the experiment. And then the doctor will encourage them to, like, turn up the dial. When they turn up the dial, from somewhere else on the other side of this wall, there's an actor who's, like, pretending like he's being tortured, but depending on the dial. So as they turn up the dial, the subject will hear, like, the other actor, like, screaming, like, ow, that hurt, it didn't feel good, like, stop, and like begging to stop as they turn it up more and more. And as the test progresses, they'll gradually turn it up more and more, and the eventually the subject will be like, doctor, like, this is not, like, I feel bad about this. And the doctor will, like, you need to continue the experiment. And, like, this is, like,
Yeah.
you need to continue. And
eventually, the person who's supposedly getting shocked is, like, screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will just, like, keep doing it. Some people are like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. And, yeah, that's it.
I actually thought about that before you brought it up. Telepathy. Where are we going with this?
We were talking about...
Trolley problem.
Trolley problem.
Trolley problem, yeah. So, it's a really interesting philosophical conundrum kind of thing.
What would we do? That was the question.
Me, what do I do?
Yeah.
I think of it in terms of families. I think there's 5 families and there's 1 family. And I feel like no one can speculate what they would actually do in a situation like this. You can't tell me with any certainty at all, I would do this.
But what would be your plan?
My plan would be to turn the wrong experiment, to turn the switch and forcefully kill the 1 person in order to save the 5. Because I feel like 5 families...
What if the 5 people were rapists?
Not the question.
Yeah, but that's the conundrum. You have to think. The 1 person is a benevolent philanthropist.
It's an idea of how... Who are you to play God? Right?
So why wouldn't you just do it nothing? You're playing God by switching, so why didn't you just do nothing?
No, you're playing God if you're subjecting what the people did in their life, and that depicts...
No, you're playing God if you're switching it. You're changing the outcomes of fate.
I feel like I would consider it...
Think about this. If you did nothing, if there was no choice for you to do anything, 5 people would die.
Mm-hmm.
If you play God and change the outcomes of time,
Uh-huh.
1 person dies. So you are playing God.
I would think
But
of
it's
it...
for the good, because you're only killing 1 instead
I
of
would
5.
feel more morally sound in killing the 1 person based off of that's
Looks.
life. What? No. I would feel more morally sound if I said, all right, killing that person because it's a life over 5 lives over 1 life than I would if it was like this person did this thing and this person does this thing. So therefore, because this person did this thing, they do not deserve to live.
Huh.
Or this person did this thing, therefore they deserve to live more than this person. I feel like that's not selfish, but kind of like self-righteous, and thinking that my moral code is of high enough caliber to be able to dictate to you whether or not you get to live or not.
Huh? Then why would you push it at all?
Huh?
Why
Because I'm
should
not taking it into account.
I know, but...
I feel like it's a general consensus that life is more important than
no life.
no life.
But think about this. If you're saying that your moral code shouldn't be dictated on whether you should live or not, why would you press anything? Because why should you get to choose? Whether 5 people die or 1 person
Because I feel like
dies.
there's a general consensus that life is better than non-life.
But that means you're dictating your moral views on it.
Mm-hmm. But I
said
feel
you
like it's a
wouldn't do
general
that.
consensus of like everyone.
So?
I
No,
feel
it's
like-
not. Serial killers.
That's a good point. But like benevolent life.
I think
What would you do?
I would probably... Give me the exact situation and I'll tell you what I do. Whether it's what he said or what you would imagine it as.
If you were a bystander for a train going towards 5 people on the track, would you pull a switch and save the 5, but then kill 1 on the other turn?
Can the train not break? Is it an automatic train? There's
nothing you can ever do other than
to stop it?
There's nothing you can do.
To stop it.
There's nothing you can do other than do nothing or flip the switch.
Or run away.
That would be doing nothing.
No, that'll be doing something.
It'd be doing nothing.
Running is something.
Yeah, but it's still...
Even doing nothing is something.
It qualifies as doing nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's the 2 choices. Do nothing, which is something, which is a choice you can actively make. Or do something, which is another choice you can actively make.
I think... How fast is the train going?
Doesn't matter.
It does.
Why?
Because can I run
Max.
fast enough to push the people out of the way?
Max, you cannot do anything but do nothing or flip the switch. Someone must die.
Okay. I would...
And it cannot be you.
It could be me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because what if later...
Max, stop.
Later in the
No,
year...
Max. No.
No. Here's what I'm saying. If I pushed it
Why do you find this so hard?
If I push the switch, why do you not find it so hard? Why do you not?
Why do you find it so hard to understand the concept of the question?
No, I have the understanding of the concept.
Okay.
I'm battling with my duality of whether I should do nothing and let fate go on, or intervene and put my own personal beliefs on the natural law.
That's
Exactly. That's why I'm having such a hard time. That is the basis of
Yeah,
the
I know.
question. You didn't know.
No, I'm saying is you're trying to find loopholes around the inevitable.
No. I'm saying that I think I would probably pull the switch. But if I found out later, like after I pulled it, I already pulled it. If I found out later that the person I killed was like a good person and all the people I didn't kill were like
I
horrible
would
people,
kill the other people.
I would be like really sad.
You're sad, yeah.
I would be like destroyed. Like I would probably die.
Okay.
I would like be so depressed I wouldn't eat.
What do you mean by a good person?
Someone I deem morally good.
Like how? What do you deem as morally good?
Philanthropist, good guy, rising up in the world.
Someone who donates a ton of money?
I mean, sure.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos,
Okay, but think about this.
morally questionable people, but they've donated way more money than you ever have.
Yeah, but
Are they good people?
you didn't base it on percent. Like,
Oh, okay. So how much of...
yeah. Like, there was this one band
Mm-hmm.
that donated like 80% of their entire revenue or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing about this, Jeff Bezos donated more, but it was like 0.01% of anything. he
Right.
did.
Okay.
That's nothing to him.
Uh-huh.
It's like me donating a penny versus me donating $100.
Uh-huh.
It depends on how much it is to them.
You're right.
I know. Well, I'm not right. It's just how I think.
No, you're right.
No.
I think you are.
Because some people think it doesn't matter because they're donating more money.
Anyway,
Okay.
so you would kill the one person.
Yeah.
Now, alternative perspective. to
5
this.
strangers, a brother.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
going
what
there.
I'm saying.
Okay. 5 strangers and a
5
brother.
strangers versus your brother. We both have brothers, so we can
Uh-huh.
both do that.
I am...
I'd kill the strangers.
Would you?
Yep.
Even if they were good people?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's a lot easier for me.
Why?
Because I feel like if my brother died, it would be even worse than the one person dying that was good. Because I just... You know what I mean? Like, if I knew that pulling that switch would kill my brother, I'd be like, I am killing my brother.
Mm-hmm. You are.
Yeah. And I guess that brings up the point that doing nothing technically isn't an action. It's the absence of action.
Not true.
Standing by, yeah, I guess. But
In strategy, there's nothing that's a passive action. Everything is an active action.
right, doing nothing is an action, right?
Mhm.
Huh.
There's neutral action, negative and positive action. Positive action would be doing something like attacking or...
So like if I run to try and pull the switch, but then I purposefully trip myself, so I can't pull the switch, that's an action.
That would be positive action mixed with... No, that'd be negative action.
I can't reach it in
Yeah.
time. My
So
brother
a
lives.
negative action would be retreating or blocking an attack. No, blocking would be considered a positive.
I think it would depend. I think it would depend if it's a switch or if it's a button.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like if it's a button, it's a lot easier. But if it's a switch, it's like, oh, jeez. You know?
I don't see that. I would think it's both of us.
Wait, if you press it
both of us
and it switches, can you press it again to switch back?
No,
You can't.
once we're done.
That's not how they work.
Okay.
That's not how, like, in real life it would work. So
Okay.
you know what I would do? I'd go, close my eyes.
And it would go. The train would go
The
straight.
train would go.
The train would
And
go
then
back
eventually
and
it
forth.
would be chance because my eyes are closed. That's how I beat it.
That's how you
I found a
morally. You'd
loophole.
be morally.
I
Okay.
found a loophole. But that's just for the 5v1. If it was my brother, I would kill the 5 people.
Okay. I don't know about my brother. I thought it would be so easy at first because I was like, I think it would like be selfish of me to consider my brother as deemed more important than 5 other lives because those 5 people
Have
are
brothers.
brothers.
Right.
Yeah. So it's selfish of
But it's not my brother.
that's selfish. I think.
It's like God.
How?
God sent his kid down or whatever. He gets to walk on water. Why can't I?
God?
Yeah.
That's deemed as a situation where you are a fish asking why people don't have to swim around in a bowl.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's because God chose.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm choosing as God that my brother is more important to me. Just like Jesus.
Okay.
So I'm saying if I was put in a situation where I have to choose, that means I am God in that situation.
Oh, gosh. Okay. You went there. All right.
Is that not true? Because as we were talking about before, you are either switching or doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You are giving the choice of taking life or leaving life.
I mean, yeah, but, like, you took it from a really weird perspective. That
I guess. I'm just saying, like...
I'm like Jesus, quote
Yeah.
Max.
No, I'm not like Jesus. I'm like God.
Oh, gosh.
My brother's Jesus.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. All right. You heard it first, folks. Quote that. Clip that. Copy and paste it.
Yep. In that situation, in the trolley situation, I am God. My brother is Jesus.
Use it out of context.
Please.
All right.
You didn't answer the question.
I don't want to. From an alternate perspective, 5 people are about to die in a hospital. Okay. They all are in need of certain organs. Okay. Would you pull, as a doctor, you're a doctor who can successfully
Let's go.
do operations, okay? Would
Am
you...
I a surgeon?
Mhm.
I wouldn't be a surgeon.
You are a surgeon.
No, I'm not. I'm a human.
Would you pull
I don't
someone...
like blood.
Listen, would you... Halloween. Would you pull someone off the street,
Like a homeless person?
a random person,
Like a bystander?
a random person,
Okay, random.
okay? And use their organs to heal these 5 people so that they can live, because they have terminal illnesses.
Sure.
But
How old are they?
you have to kill this one person.
How old are they?
Random. Could be
The
4-year-old.
person I take?
All of them.
Well, that doesn't make sense, because how do I know that that one person has the same blood type as all the others? You need the same
Give me
blood
a random
type.
number. Everyone's 31.
Okay, everyone's 31.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the chances are that person doesn't have the same blood type as all of them. So the organs aren't going to take.
Let's say they're all the same blood type.
Still a chance they won't take.
Okay, let's say they do take.
So it's assuming that the person organs will make them
This is
survive.
very theoretical.
Okay, and so I don't know how long they're going to live after?
It could not even... Let's say they could even just die.
Well, is the person saying yeah?
Hmm?
It's the person's choice to give the organs, right?
Nope.
Then no.
Hmm?
It's their choice
Okay.
to give up their organs. If I'm like, you can save 5 people if you give up your organs and you will die, but you'll be saving these 5 people, and they say no,
Okay.
and if they say no, I'll look for someone else, I guess.
Would you give your own?
Like as a doctor?
Mm-hmm. Or as Max Luciano? A doctor comes up
It
to
depends
you
on how happy I am.
right now.
Right now? How long do I have?
You have the rest of your life.
No. I'm saying, like, how long do I have to decide? Is it right now or no? Is it like, do I have 5 minutes?
Max,
Yeah.
my name is Dr. Martin.
No, it's not.
My name is Dr. Martin, and there are 5 patients in our hospital that could really benefit from your organs. They will die.
You're talking really slow for someone who's about to kill 5
They will
people.
die at 12 tonight. I can
Okay.
successfully...
Oh, 12?
12 tonight.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it.
Really? You did not... Okay, I think you just paused the recording.
12. Actually,
They will all die in 4 hours.
are they also 17?
Yeah.
What's their names?
Samson?
Wait, what illness do they have? Do they all have the
Various.
same one?
No, they have various illnesses.
What are they?
One has a failing kidney.
Oh, I only need one.
Hmm?
I only need one
The
kidney.
other one has a failing kidney, too.
I can get surgical implants.
All right? One of them needs teeth. They need all your teeth.
Wait,
One of them needs
why
your
not just
skin.
find 5 people?
What?
Why not just find 4 more people?
It has to be you.
Why me?
Because you have a special blood type.
There's a bunch of people with the same blood type as me.
Nope.
Yes? I think that these type of questions are stupid.
Yeah, I think this one's weird, too. This is not my hypothetical.
I think it's interesting to think about. However,
Yeah.
I think it's stupid because
it would never come to
number
this.
1, it would never come to that.
Mhm.
Number 2, it's like, why should I have to choose?
My parents do not like it when I come up with a cup that goes like this. Because
Why?
like, it would never matter. And I'm like, yeah, it would, but like, it's so much to think about. Because it helps you learn about someone. What is like where their values are.
I think if there were 5 17-year-olds who needed my organs,
Mm-hmm.
and I had how many hours? 4,
Yeah.
and it could just be me,
Mm-hmm.
I would do it
Right now.
right now. Yep.
Okay.
I just feel like, wait, what are their names? Did I already ask?
Samson.
Samson, you already said that.
Requise.
Requise,
Minnie.
Minnie,
Goofy.
and Donald.
No. Darnold.
Darnold.
Yeah. Darwin.
Okay.
Everyone calls
Darwin.
Everyone calls him Winnie.
What does Darwin need?
Your skin.
I'll save Darwin, kill the rest. I think I would need to know more.
That's fair.
Like, they would have to tell me more about the situation at hand, which obviously isn't part of the thing,
Right.
but I don't know.
Interesting to think about. All right.
You didn't answer it.
I don't want to.
Why?
I'm the host.
So, I answered my questions.
Okay. I don't think I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's fine either way, really. It's
Yeah.
about personal choice.
Yeah. I don't think I.
Just like the thing about taking someone off the street. I would give them the choice.
Yeah.
Just like I give you or I the
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah. I would. I don't think I would. Which is interesting. Anyway.
And also, anyone that's like, oh, you wouldn't? You're such a bad person. That's not...
Who are you?
Yeah, honestly. My body, my choice.
That's true. I believe that.
You don't.
Do. Anyway, moving on. We have a Halloween special. Roll the clip. That's the Halloween special.
What Halloween special?
The thing we're about to shoot.
We already did that.
Mm-mm.
You already made a thing.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were like, speaking of Halloween, here's an edit that we made. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah, I did. Yeah. Welcome back.
Are we done?
No. We have to talk about...
Also, we don't have to talk about everything.
I know.
Because think about this. We have the Halloween special that we have to shoot, put it in the video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long that's going to be, though. Is it going to be videos or is it going to be pictures?
Both.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, we have to do the thing.
Cue the rap. What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie.
How the heck do you not have a favorite movie?
There's too many.
But you haven't seen all of them.
But I've seen quite a bit of them.
But that doesn't mean you can't decide the favorite that you've seen of them.
Yes, it does, because they're also different and incomparable.
But I bet a good amount of them you've seen have been terrible.
I suppose, but what does that have to do with anything?
It'll shorten up the list of potential best ones you've seen.
Doesn't matter, because I'll never be able to decide on one.
Just pick a favorite movie, man. We're just having some fun.
Well, it isn't for me, because I'm analyzing every movie I've seen in my life, and I gotta say there's quite a bit of them, and I don't think I could pick a favorite out of all of them, so maybe get the heck off of my back and it'll all be good.
What if I told you mine?
What is it?
The Green Mile.
That's a good one.
I know, right?
That's a great one.
Alright!
In fact, might be my favorite one.
When he explodes the light,
Brings Mr. Jingle back to life.
and when they sneak him out at night.
Man, I love it so much, let's watch it right now!
I never thought you'd ask, man. Finally, wow.
Now let me see. What rap?
The rap we made.
We didn't make a rap.
Cue the TikTok that we made.
We didn't make a TikTok.
Yeah, we did.
Oh! That's not a rap.
Yeah, it is. It's
No, it's
talking
not.
fast.
What's your favorite movie?
I don't have a favorite movie.
Okay. Let's do the thing.
Let's go right now.
No, the Mason thing.
Mason thing. Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah, we can't go until the episode's done.
Right. Okay.
Wait, but you have to do it on there. I have to do it on here. Because this is recorded.
Oh, right. How do you do it on here?
Same way as you would do it on there.
I think I changed my mind. I'm gonna cut this bit.
Why?
I don't want to do it. And
Why?
I'm tired and I'm late. So, this is gonna wrap up the episode. I hope you enjoyed episode 2. I know it wasn't...
Ah,
I'm not feeling great.
I'm sick.
we're
I'm
both
not going to
sick.
school tomorrow.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe.
I hope I see them. Because tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day?
Uh-huh.
What day?
The day.
For what?
But we will hopefully get back to you next week when Max will lead, and hopefully next week we'll have a... We're going to do a co-host? Or have a host? Guest host? A guest star? Could be you. Alright. Thanks for enjoying episode 2, and we'll see you next time. All right, now let's go shoot the other
Wait,
thing.
was my camera on?
It better be. Deja vu. It was not recording.
Yes, it was. I've been in this place before.
Ba-da-da-da-da.